film business. And I was going to go to film school, and I went and tried to do that thing, but the cost of that's way too much money, obviously. So I did it the other way, started working odd jobs in Hollywood, in LA, barter and trading with other artists, just doing the living in the basement in LA thing for year after year after year after year, connecting with different people, connecting with artists. Became to where I started shooting for Time Warner. They asked me to become a creative director, shooting videos and films like that for Time Warner. And at the same time, I was still always hustling my music, still always doing music videos for artists. I grew up in the underground hip hop game, like doing battle raps back in the day with when they would have street rocks. So originally, I'm from Central Valley, small town called Visalia, kind of by Fresno in California. And so, it's a small town, and so I wanted to get out of there. But guess what? I'm back at the small town right now. So, but yeah, so just been grinding, hustling jobs, and following my passion, and more importantly, following the music. And whenever I follow the music, doors always seem to open up. So that's a nutshell. Obviously, there's so much more we can dive into, this, that, and the other. But yeah, just glad to be here with among other hip hop heads. It seems like other music heads, other people that just know what the they doing. It's like, man, some of those beats were sick. And so like I'm a Pro Tools, Logic, Studio One guy now. I switched to Studio One. I just love Studio One. It's so lightning fast. It's a Porsche. But I've been talking to Dr. Gann here, and Dr. Gann got me to get into the push. So I've been just forcing myself to open Ableton and start on the push, even though like sometimes like this last week I would close Ableton, go back into Studio One, start halfway through something, and then I'd be like, no, stop. I'm not gonna learn something new if I keep going. So like my goal is just I want to be able to know a little bit of all those programs, a little bit of everything, because I do hire out a lot of people. I work with other producers and other people that are, of course, I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I'm in the wrong room if that's what I'm at. So like I always try to surround myself with people that are, editing, animation. I'm working currently okay, so let me slow it down here. I also have a video production company. And so that's my bread and butter. That's what brings in my money. So I shoot, commercials for local dealerships, car dealerships, restaurants, nonprofits. The gamut goes on: schools, banks, insurance companies, whatever. Through word of mouth, someone is. I'm very blessed to always be getting new creative ideas. So I always use music too. So like right now, I'm currently working on a commercial for a Honda dealership, and I created an animated strawberry. And I wrote a rap song similar to like Boys in the Hood. And it's like, cruising out the dealership on my new car, and it's like Honda Voxnar, we got what you want. And it's this little animated strawberry, which I can share a screen grab. I don't know if you want me to later, but so like I'm always using music, writing raps, and I've been doing this now since I moved to LA originally, which is probably like 15 years ago now. And so since then, I quit Time Warner because there was no, it was a freaking corporate job. There was no room for growth. I outgrew them. I was doing I wanted to create a bigger department. They didn't want anything to do with that. They wanted it to stay the same old way. And so I was like, okay, I started my own company doing video production and still do music on the side, with a group with JJ's on. JJ, if you want to pop on, my boy JJ here. Me and him are in a hip hop group called The Faculty. And Faculty basically, and it's a small story or a funny story because we named it The Faculty years ago, 20 years ago. And I had nothing to do with teaching or anything. And now another side gig I got going on, which is through music, is being able to teach kids at juvenile hall how to produce, record, and write music to tell their stories. And so again, it's just going to what I said earlier, is all I do is listen to the music and follow the music. And following the music led me to this amazing human being, Ed, which led me to doing the music stuff inside the juvenile hall, which led me to meet Dr. Gann, which led me to be right here. So it's like, if I didn't listen to the music, none of that would have happened. And so no matter what I do, film, this, that, or the other, it all comes back to the music. the film with the wrong music score is horrible. We all know that. It's the music is the vibe, it's the setting, it's the essence, it's the blessings, it's the glue. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's JJ. What up, my
What up,
boy?
man?
So I'll give him a little quick second. Through all my journeys, I've always been bringing my boy JJ with me along through when I lived in LA, and we would go to crazy parties where P Diddy was there, or all these crazy people, and we're just how did we get in? It's like we were like the messed up version of the entourage because we were just snuck into these parties somehow. But so I would always bring JJ along to shoot commercials. I got him on payroll at Time Warner, and so nowadays I'm bringing him into the juvenile hall to help me with the kids. And so JJ is another amazing human being. Just want to give you a shout out and say what's up to the people. JJ, tell them a little bit about yourself, maybe.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, so yeah, like Josh said, we kind of grew up together, and creativity has always been a part of who we are. So we've always implemented it within our music, other artists' music. We've just made so many. As I reflect, we've been able to utilize our creativity to complement our music, and other things that we've always been, involved in. So it's like Josh said, it's a pleasure to be here amongst other creatives, and just to kind of soak it up. I've been in the background soaking everything up. Kind of got this link later on in the afternoon, so it was kind of like, okay, I got to jump on this, and it's been a blessing, man. All you guys are talented, amazing individuals, and it's a pleasure to be amongst you guys. So, yeah, man.
Awesome. Yeah, sure. So, okay, most of the music that we have released has been probably like more than 4 years ago. So, whatever vibe we were on then, but it's like a hip hop roots type of vibe. We had a live band, and we went everywhere with our live band, and in our live band there was amazing producers named Caesar Allen, and Caesar Allen's a multi award winning selling artists, did things for K Camp, K West, all these people. This other producer named D Mills, and D Mills was the bass player, but he also played every instrument. So when I'm around talent like that, I know how to let the best do what the best do. So when I'm around them, I let them be my producers, and they and I would do videos for them. And so I bartered and traded with a lot of artists in LA. Another artist that's blowing up right now named Eric Zane. I have two solo albums released with Eric Zane. If you look him up, Ericzayne, doing major things. I just did the soundtrack for the Rock's new movie or whatever. But so I met him through this musicians app called Jam Card. And so I was doing videos for Jam Card, and Jam Card is like the LinkedIn for musicians. And so they would have these little jam sessions where the best musicians in LA would be there, and I would be the one doing all the videos and doing all the interviews and getting all the connections. And through Jam Card, I was on stage with Shakira doing the Shakira one, on stage with Kendrick doing the Kendrick interviews. I mean, you name it. I was filming what's it called? At Capitol Records, I shot, directed a mini documentary of Ty Dolla Sign coming and doing a special performance. I mean, just the list goes on, and how the blessings that I was able to work around and just like soak up in studios too. Like I was doing some studio work for Crooked Eye Studio. If you guys heard of Crooked Eye, and so I got to record Crooked Eye's recording process. Before I saw that, I would always write my lyrics down, and I would write them down, and I'd go in there and practice them, make sure they're good. When I saw Crooked Eye record in the studio, he didn't write nothing down. He was in sync with his engineer, and he would be punching in freestyle, punching in freestyle, punching in freestyle, punching in freestyle. And so when I saw this and I got to record it in the interview, I started to try that. So like I would see it in the studio and immediately try it, in studios with like Fashion. I don't know if you've heard of Fashion from Fresno. In studios with Alchemist. I got to film Alchemist and Fashion recording some records in Venice Beach. Did some stuff for Evidence from Dilated Peoples, Merce. I mean, so the blessings and the people that I've seen, I'm just like, so when it comes back to me making beats, I only make beats because I want a certain sound and I need that sound right now. You know, if that sound already exists, I'll pull that. So I've forced myself through the last 30 years of me doing whatever to make beats. When I first started doing this in high school, I was using this program called Acid Music. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I was I didn't even have money to get that copy. I swear to you, I jacked that. I went in there and pulled that little CD out of that big box that they had, but I was like probably 14 years old, but I really wanted to start recording music because I was tired of going tape to tape. I would be recording tape to tape, playing one and then recording one, and I'd be rapping. And then I'd look back and realize my mom had been standing there for God knows how long. And this was before I understood lyrical content. Like and this is before I understood like I should watch my lyrical content. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid just regurgitating rap. So